We are here with my friend Todd Frazier. Todd, how you doing?
Doing well. How about you, Ollie?
Doing well. Okay, so I'm supposed to do a little project for school,
Uh-huh.
and like the normal person I am, I waited till the last minute. Logical stuff. Why don't you tell me a little about yourself? Who you are, where you grew up, how we know each other.
My name's Todd Frazier. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. Ollie is one of my. I have three daughters that play tennis, and he coaches all three of them.
I'm a
And
very
we-
lucky guy.
You could say that. Yes.
So pretty much, when I did the project the first time, I kind of totally did it not correctly. So I'm gonna do it correctly this time. We're gonna talk about 5 chapters of your life. So we're gonna break it down. Let's go. I don't know. Give me the first chapter. We'll call it like the kid ages of when you were born till you were before high school. Give us a short little like 2-3 minute. What do you remember? Where you were? What you liked? What you didn't like? Stuff like that.
I grew up in Phoenix, basically on a working horse ranch. We had anywhere from 15 to 50 horses.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that about you.
So I basically I did that. We had horses and chickens and goats and all kinds of stuff. So I grew up in a city, but in a rural feeling environment. I really think it shaped a lot of my life. I learned about hard work. I watched horses being born. I watched things die. I learned a lot of life lessons at a very young age. I also started. My parents were always entrepreneurs, so I started working for one of them from when I was 8 or 9 years old. So most days after school, up all the way through high school, I was working every day.
Wow.
And I also grew up hunting and fishing with my dad. That was kind of our downtime.
So very outdoorsy.
Yes, very.
Also,
outdoorsy.
something else I didn't know about you. I knew you're very good with tools, and you always help me when I need it. But I didn't know you were that outdoorsy and you went hunting. That's pretty cool. I actually very much enjoy fishing myself, so maybe we'll do that someday together. All right. So before high school, you learned all this stuff. Great. What did you do with it during high school? In those 4 years. And since this interview is supposed to be about 20 minutes, so give me more than a 30-second rundown of high
You
school.
said quickly.
I know. Let's spend a little more time in the high school years. I feel like that's more important.
I was a high school student. I played football.
Oh, that's what happens in high school. You go to high school.
Well,
Okay.
but that was, I didn't do anything special. I worked when I was after school. I worked every Saturday for our lawnmower shop. I was an entrepreneur, so I started selling candy out of a backpack.
That's awesome.
And was making about $75 a day.
Wow.
In high school, from selling candy to all the students in a backpack. Got suspended twice.
That's
for it
very
for 3
illegal,
days.
I feel like.
It wasn't illegal.
Back
It was
then.
It was against it was totally against the rules.
Yeah, I feel like you can't do that anymore in schools.
So I carried 2 backpacks, one full of like candy and snacks, and one full of books. And I did that. I got suspended twice for it, but it was just.
It was worth it.
It was totally
Yeah.
worth it. It was a good choice.
Well, at least you were selling chocolate and not drugs.
Yeah,
That's a very positive way of
Well,
looking at
I
it.
wasn't going to jail for anything I was going to do. I decided that if I'm going to jail for something, it's going to be for.
But actually, a
lot of
little bit
money.
of information for my classmates here. Chocolate is made with cacao, and cacao is actually, by definition, a drug.
So I was a little coke dealer.
Yeah, because you can actually get addicted to it. Because you can get addicted to cacao, it is actually a drug. So you were a little bit of a drug dealer, just not the bad type that kills people, the type that gets them fat and lazy and then
And
kills them later
diabetic,
in life
yes.
and diabetic. Yeah. So kind of the same thing. You were an absolute drug dealer. What about college? Did you end up going to college? Where'd you go? Did you not go to college?
I spent 2 years at bouncing around community colleges, basically because, again, my parents had lots of businesses, and my parents never emphasized education. Education to them was, they never cared. They never checked a report card. They never cared about grades. It was clean the horse pens, come to work with us.
Yeah.
It was, they had no desire for me to go into college or to do well at school, which was actually kind of weird because I had to kind of police myself.
Right.
And I had some really good classes, and I had some classes I didn't care about. If I didn't care about the classes, I didn't get good grades because I had nobody that really cared. So I bounced around college for a couple of years just because there were some things I wanted to learn.
Yeah.
but not. I had no ambition to get a degree or anything really.
Correct.
So that's kind of what I've done, and I've always worked for myself. I've always done my own thing.
Okay. At some point, I know, obviously, you got married. You got 3 beautiful little kids. We're not going to call them shitheads on here because I'm sure I can get in trouble. But 3 interesting little children. And how did you come along meeting your ex-wife, and how did that come about?
It was actually really odd. We both took jobs at Popular Outdoors. It was a camping store that neither of us really wanted or needed. I was running my own business and my father's business at the time. She was getting a graduate degree in poetry from ASU and didn't really have time either. But we both shopped at the store a lot. We were both outdoors people, and we both kind of fell in love with it. So we both took part-time jobs and met her there.
Yeah. So kind of just, I'm going to take this job, get equipment for way cheaper.
That was basically
so I can do what I want to do outdoors and enjoy life.
That was basically, yeah. It was
That's
basically
pretty cool.
everything you wanted was almost free because they wanted you to use the equipment. So they gave it to you for like 95% off. It was almost free.
That's incredible.
So I took the job. It didn't pay anything. But hey, I met my ex-wife, who it didn't turn out well, but I've got, like Ollie said, I've got 3 great kids. Yeah. So it turned out actually fantastic.
All right, so I'm not sure how I'm going to go about these chapters in your life. I'm going to probably re-listen and jot down some notes. But obviously, your kids play tennis now, and they've been at our academy for a long time. And I want you to know what your thoughts are, how the process go along, what do you think about the academy, how it's going, bad or good. I don't care. I mean, just tell me your thoughts.
I think actually right now it's going really well. There was a time, I'd say maybe a year, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I'm about as loyal as it comes to the academy, and it got a little bit lackadaisical.
Yeah.
But so the last couple of years, it's been fantastic, and I endorse the academy every chance I get, and I think it's a great place, and I think tennis is a fantastic sport for anybody, honestly.
And all 3 of your kids are there, like you said.
Yes, all three of my kids play tennis, and the sport's probably my older daughter is looking at colleges to get a full scholarship.
And she's incredible between me and the classmates. She's one of those girls who's pretty much going to choose what school she's want to go to and get a full ride there. So it's really cool. I know you got 2 more after that. I know Josie's the oldest one. She's been with us for a very, very long time, very loyal. Very good player. And then you got Julia, who is a little kooky. You laugh as soon as the name comes by. And Zandra's the genius. I think she's going to cure cancer. She's learning Mandarin. How old is she?
She is 8.
8. And this girl's learning Mandarin, and I barely speak English properly. So with all that said, what do you think the future holds for you, with or without your kids, however you want to state the next 5 to 10 years of your life?
Well, since I've had kids, my life has always been primarily based around them. I kind of feeling if you're going to have kids, you should live your life for them and be around them as much as you possibly can. So I've been fortunate enough to where I've been employed from home. I get to spend time with them as much as I want to. I get to travel with my older daughter when she travels. And I don't see a lot changing in the next 5 to 10 years. As soon as my youngest, who is 8, actually who just turned 9, as soon as she goes to college, I'd like to get out of Phoenix.
Yeah,
I'd like to go somewhere with an ocean and
just kind of go from there. Phoenix.
Yeah, just not stay here. But I've got things holding me here, so I'm here for probably 10 years.
That's not a bad plan. I'm going to be honest with you. That's my dad's plan. He wants to go in Colombia and for some reason, or Ecuador, and retire there on the beach and just have a restaurant from 11 a.m. to 4 making tacos and selling beers.
That pretty much sounds like an ideal life. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Colombia, but
yeah,
Costa
I know.
Rica,
right,
like
that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, it's a little crazy, not gonna lie. I love my pops, and the guy's doing incredible stuff with his restaurants, but that's kind of what he wants to do. You kind of sound like you're in the same path. Maybe you can sell surfboards there.
Yeah.
Surf shop / taco and beer shop.
Or I can work on a fishing boat and be a fishing guide.
Yeah.
I can just be
Any of those.
I just be a beach bum. I don't need a lot of material things in my life. Literally, if I had a roof and a beach, I'd pretty much be and beer. I'd be a happy guy.
I like it. I'm actually going to end this interview 10 minutes short. I do apologize to the class and my professor, but I feel like I had a great conversation. I have a fridge that's not working, an AC that's not working, so I got some other stuff I have to sadly take care of. Please still give me my A. Please, please, I'm working hard. Thank you. We are here with my friend Todd Frazier. Todd, how you doing?
Doing well. How about you, Ollie?
Doing well. Okay, so I'm supposed to do a little project for school, and like the normal person I am, I waited till the last minute. Logical stuff. Why don't you tell me a little about yourself?